So where does my quest for food take us today? Right now I'm standing on the bank of the Jhelum River right behind me. And I also have the Grand Trunk Road right behind me. We'll be traveling along the Grand Trunk Road. The Grand Trunk Road was known as the Sark-e-Azam back in the 16th century when Sher Shah Suri actually constructed it. He made it a path to connect his capital of Agra to his hometown of Sonagaon, and that's how the GT Road came about. The British, when they came along, developed this further, and now the Grand Trunk Road runs, it's a 2,500 kilometer stretch that goes from Calcutta in India all the way up to Peshawar. This road has been constructed keeping in mind the needs of travelers and people who will be sort of going on it for trade purposes. It was initially used for military purposes, but now it's for trade purposes as well. And even back in the day, in Sher Shah Suri's time, they made sure they planted a lot of trees along it so that there were plenty rest stops. And these rest stops are exactly what we are looking to visit on our food journey today. They say that whatever travelers are eating, or truckers generally are eating, is really, really good food, and whenever they get together somewhere and they commend some place, that's the place to be. So going on that sort of logic, I'm thinking that whatever works really well for these guys who've been driving around for a long time and are really hungry and stop somewhere to eat should be good enough for me too. So let's see where this love of food is driving us today. So this trucker stop that we're going to, it's generally one of those the most popular places they have, and the dal there, which I'm not sure is the healthiest thing to eat, but it's definitely something that attracts a lot of people. And even before I was getting on this journey, I spoke to a couple of people about it, and they said, oh, the dal and the paratha. And dal with paratha is quite a decadent meal, I think, because generally you're supposed to have dal with chawal and with rice and mixing it up with something slightly less greasy. But it's dal and paratha. Your taxi drivers and your bus drivers and your people, it's a lot of people actually just go out there. That's what somebody was telling me, that they go to this place, even from Lahore, Islamabad, they'll just go just to eat that dal and come back. Oh, I guess the monsoons are hitting us. Finally, I was afraid of this happening, but I guess it's not too much of a disaster right now with the rain. It's actually looking quite pretty. Yeah, I guess this is the annual sort of cleansing ritual that the country goes through. As you can see, I mean, let's see if I can get some of the trucks in the background. You'll get to see a lot more trucks. Oh, a KFC, right. We have a KFC over here as well. This is quite the sort of epitome of what you can get en route anywhere in Pakistan right now. It's a fusion of everything. And you can get your KFC, your McDonald's, your fix for whatever kind of food. But we are going towards the authentic food, which is what you will find at trucker stops. Truck art is also quite interesting to note on the GT Road, because it's a form of sort of pride for your truckers, how their truck is decorated and how embellished it is. Success stories of many food haunts find their history in humble beginnings. A few regular clients, attracted by the consistent quality of the food, can make the place turn into a strong brand, much like Bundu Khan or Chatkhare. Let's sample some of the cuisine on GT Road and see what draws the people here. Just like any other motorway, the truckers on GT Road form a very integral part of the culture. Whether it's the truck art that they've embellished their vehicles with, which draws attention, or the strength of the horn of their vehicle that they take pride in. There's something distinct about the way that the truckers exist here on this highway. Following their lead, we are here right now at Mianji Ka Hotel, which is very popular amongst all the truckers. Well, it started off as a rest stop just for truck drivers to come over here and get a quick bite to eat, has sort of become this huge phenomenon where people come in from Lahore and Islamabad and stop here to try the famous dal that is found at Miyaji's Hotel. So now I'm standing here on a sort of landmark spot on the GT Road, which is the Miyaji Ka Hotel. It's actually a fast food restaurant, a Desi fast food restaurant, and I'm going to attempt to learn to make the dal over here and to show that to you. But bear with us, as this is business as usual going on over here right now, and we will be interrupted quite a few times, but I will try to get you to see how the special dal at Miyaji's Hotel is made, which a lot of people come here for. So this restaurant has been around since 1957. It actually used to be based right in Lala Musa, which is further north from here. It moved in 1978 because apparently they used to have a lot of people coming to it and there was a lot of traffic jams. So they had to shift their location and move it right on the GT Road. Ishamatin Nazab over here with me, who is going to teach us how to show us how to make this dal. Chabin ये दाल आप कह रहे थे कि इसके अंदर आपने घी डाला है पहले और
देसी घी डाला,
देसी घी,
उसके बाद प्याज डालेंगे, प्याज ब्राउन हो जाएंगे जी, फिर दाल उबली हुई डालेंगे, उसको फ्राई करेंगे, बाद में हरी मिर्च डालेंगे, अदरक डालेंगे और जब तैयार हो जाएगी धनिया डाल के उतार लेंगे।
और इसके लिए सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी चीज़ देसी घी होता है ना आपकी दाल का, है ना? अच्छा, तो और आपने जो उबाली है दाल अभी, उसके अंदर आपने क्या लहसुन, पानी और नमक वेट सारे जो बेसिक दाल के अंदर डालते हैं। So now as the onions are sort of, we want to wait for the onions to be a little brown, and then we are dropping in some dal that has already been boiled and seasoned with salt and garlic. I'm going to try to stay out of their way, do not get hit by this, but अंदाज़न अगर प्याज जैसे दाल अगर मैंने घर पे बनाने की कोशिश करनी है तो उसके अंदर मैं कितना डालूंगी? दाल और प्याज का क्या रेशियो होता है, कितना डालेंगे?
1 किलो दाल के अंदर
आधा पाव प्याज। 1 किलो दाल के अंदर आधा पाव प्याज, ठीक है, सही है। And so when I asked them how their dal competes with generally more of the meat-based dishes found in Punjab, I was told that the taste of this dal, and I have to agree with them because I've tried it already, is very, very comparable to something with meat and actually use meat behind it.
ये हरी मिर्च डाल रहे हैं, उसके बाद अदरक है, जिंजर,
ये तो दाल बिल्कुल हलीम की तरह आप लोग सीजन करते हैं
जी,
है ना?
गल जाती है।
So the most distinct thing about this dal is that it's made from purified butter or ghee, which is yes, high in caloric content, but it's also very rich, and which is what makes the taste so different from anything that you'd make at home. But I think this can be easily replicated at home as well if you're using desi ghee. So this restaurant that they have over here as well on GT Road has been frequented many a time by celebrities, politicians, sports people. Imran Khan, I hear, is also someone who has frequented this place quite often. And what I'm told is that generally when celebrities come or people who are popular come, they sit in their car outside and eat it in the car, in the sort of security of their car. इसको घोटने में कितनी देर लगा दो? घोटने में
1 घंटे के अंदर तैयार होता है और इसको फ्राई करते जाते हैं।
और इसके ऊपर से घी डालेंगे एंड में?
एंड में दो सकते हैं।
With such a shift these days, and that's what the owner of the restaurant was telling me as well, the trend is going towards vegetarian food, and that's why this dal turns out to be such an attractive thing for foreigners visiting Pakistan as well, for tourists visiting Pakistan who are interested in a vegetarian diet or eating something healthy because they want to stay away from the meat or just try something, a different vegetarian option. A good way to improvise a dal if you want to make it non-vegetarian is sometimes you can add meat in it and make chane ki dal gosht with the chana dal. This actually, ये दाल जो है ये माश की दाल है ना?
माश चना मिक्स होता है।
माश और चना मिक्स दाल है। Oh my gosh. Wow. So I just poured some desi ghee onto the dal.
धनिया डाल रहे हैं।
And now just garnishing it with fresh cilantro.
ये तैयार हो गई है।
ये तैयार हो गया बस में। So you can see how the desi ghee is actually added to the texture of the dal, and there's a lot of there's a little bit of thickness, and it's almost coagulated on the top, so which makes it much richer and more of a gravy dish than actually just a lentil soup. So ये दाल को तो पराठे के साथ खाते हैं ना?
हाँ जी, बहुत मज़ा करती है पराठे के साथ अचार होता है ना।
अच्छा, ये मुझे अचार जो आप लोग सर्व करते हैं टेबल पे, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बता सकते हैं कि आप लोग किस तरह से बनाते हैं वो अचार? उसमें क्या क्या होता है?
उसमें सब कुछ मिक्स होता है, मिक्स अचार होता है और सिरके में उसको डाला जाता है। हाँ जी, बाद में उसमें थोड़ा सा तेल डालते हैं, उससे खराब ना हो।
मगर उसकी खटाई सिरके से आती है तो मसाला भी डालते हैं?
सिरके से डालते हैं।
और सारी सब्जियाँ डालते हैं? कौन सी सब्जियाँ?
आम, गाजर, हरी मिर्च, सारा मिक्स अचार होता है।
So it's enjoyed, generally this dal is enjoyed with pickles that they serve over here as well, plus paratha. And now that we have
पराठा
learned,
भी देसी घी का होता है।
desi ghee ka paratha hota hai, exactly. So yeah, there's a huge emphasis on this part on the desi ghee, and I've been told they actually desi ghee, they're very very particular about where they get the desi ghee from. They get it from Sargodha, sometimes from Gujranwala, sometimes wherever they can get the freshest form of desi ghee. So now we're going to move on to learning how we make the paratha that is enjoyed with this dal. So now we're going to see how we make the bread that goes with the dal that we saw out there. This is a desi paratha that we're going to learn how to make with ghee. What's interesting to note over here is how well oiled this machinery is within this restaurant, where one guy makes the bread rolls, the other guy adds the ghee to it, and then another guy sits there and just puts the bread in the tandoor, which needs to be the case. They need to be very well oiled, considering this restaurant runs 24 hours a day. So any time of day when you come over here, you can get a great bite to eat. ये आटा कौन सा इस्तेमाल करते हैं हम?
आटा ये हम करते हैं कि वो जहाँ से अच्छा मिले, कोशिश करते हैं कि अच्छी मिल सकती है लेके आएँ, तो वो स्पेशल अपने लिए बनवाते हैं आटा।
अच्छा, मिक्स होता है?
तो हाँ, तो ये इसमें जो है ना वो प्योर देसी घी है। ये पराठा बनाने के लिए इसमें हम इसको देसी घी लगाते हैं। तो इसके बाद ये आप देख लीजिए कि किस तरह उसको वो रोल करके तो इसको तंदूर में लगाएं।
और अगर पराठा नहीं बनाना हो और सिर्फ नान बनाने तो आप इसी चीज़ को लेके नान पे भी आप घी लगाते हैं या नहीं?
नान के ऊपर भी लगता है घी, उसमें वो थोड़ा सा उसको गूंदने में थोड़ा सा चीज़ें इस्तेमाल होती हैं, दूध वगैरह। तो रोटी जो बनानी होती है वो तो सादा पेड़ा लिया और तंदूर में लगा दिया। पराठे के लिए घी लगाया और इसको रोल करके तंदूर में लगा दिया।
So the difference between the naan and the paratha is that in the naan they add a little bit of milk into the batter, but however the paratha is just pure flour mixed with a lot of desi ghee, and then both of them, the naan and the paratha, are made in the tandoor. They're roasted in the oven over there. और ये जो है आप ये मुझे बताएं कि नाश्ते के टाइम पे भी आप लोग तो 24 घंटे खुले होते हैं, है ना? तो जो नाश्ते के टाइम पे पराठे ज़्यादा खाए जाते हैं, नान खाए जाते हैं, किस तरह से आप लोग?
पराठा ज़्यादा खाया जाता है।
और दोपहर के टाइम पे भी?
तो ये है कि तंदूरी पराठा होता है, हल्का होता है, वो घर वाले पराठे की तरह वो भारी नहीं होता।
अच्छा,
तो ये हल्का सा पराठा होता है, तो तंदूर में लगा होता है, इसलिए लोग ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं इसको। और हमारा पराठा ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है।
Paratha roast and the scent of fresh bread combined with a hint of desi ghee takes over the air. I'm tempted to end this episode immediately so I can get to the eating part a little faster. While at Miyaji's, we met with the owner of the establishment to get an idea of how exactly this place came about. I also chatted with some customers who, like me, had traveled long distances to try out the food here.
आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कुछ इसके बारे में कि आपने क्या सोच के शुरू किया था, किस तरह से शुरुआत कैसे हुई थी?
बस शुरू थी अल्लाह का एहसान है, मेहनत करनी सीखी है, मेहनत भी अल्लाह ने फल ला दिता जी। शुरू की बस 40-50 साल हो गए मैं इस काम में मेहनत करना पाया ध्यानदारी नाल। अगू बच्चे भी अल्लाह के फजल नाल मेहनत कर रहे हैं, मैं भी अपनी सुपरविजन अभी कर रहा हूँ। अपनी सुपरविजन
रोज़ आते हैं यहाँ?
जी रोज़ाना मैं इधर ही होता हूँ
और सुबह से शाम तक?
जी हाँ। अभी मैं सुपरविजन मेरी हड्डियाँ चेक करके दे आगे भेजना है।
ये जो दाल, आपने दाल कैसे सोचा था कि दाल को आप आगे
अल्लाह
बढ़ाएं?
करीब ने दिमाग में पा दी, अल्लाह पाक ने बस ध्यानदारी से शुरू किया, अल्लाह रूही देता गया।
और इसकी रेसिपी आपने जो पहली दफ़ा जब आपने दाल बनाई थी तो इसको आपने किस तरह से सोचा था कि इसके मैं घी डालूंगा, ये करूँगा, ये कहाँ से आपकी वालदा ने या किसी ने आपको दाल, घर की दाल की आपने रेसिपी इस्तेमाल की थी? क्या
छोटा सा काम शुरू किया लाल मसले होटल, उधर ही बस वो अल्लाह पाक ने मेहरबानी कर दी थी, बस तजर्बा करते बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया माशाल्लाह।
और आपने ये जो वहाँ लाला मूसा से जो आपने शिफ्ट किया रेस्टोरेंट को इधर GT रोड पे, वो आपने किस तरह से किया?
और लाले मूसे गड्डियाँ बहुत लगन लग गई सन, उत्थे जगह थोड़ी सी रोड ब्लॉक हो जाता सी, फिर ड्राइवर इधर आते सवारियाँ मुसाफर ये कहने तुम खुली जगह ते ना जी जगह लो, इतने फिर जगह असें लै ली, इतने जगह लैके इतने शुरू कर दिता। उत्थे शहर के ट्रैफिक बहुत ज़्यादा हो गई तो रोड ब्लॉक हो जाती जी, इतना रश होता सी शहर, लेकिन फिर वो मजबूरन बाहर निकलना पिया, इतने फिर जगह लैके फिर शुरू किया।
तो फिर आपका कोई और प्लान है कि आप इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे, इस रेस्टोरेंट को कहीं और ले जाएंगे, कोई और ब्रांच खोलें या कुछ और?
अभी तो कोई प्रोग्राम,
अभी कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं, यही आप खुश हैं?
मेरा दीनदार आदमी है, अभी समझने हैं कि जितना ज़्यादा करांगे ना जी नमाज रोज़े की जाते रहेंगे। अल्लाह का एहसान है, बच्चों ने भी हज किए, बच्चियों ने हज किए, मैं 2 बार किए, ये अल्लाह का करीम का खास एहसान है। अल्लाह की यही दुआ करी दी कि अल्लाह ना तंदुरुस्ती दे, मेहनत करने की तौफीक दे, दयानतदारी में रोज़ी कमाने की तौफीक दे।
तो आपको जो है यहाँ अभी इस वक्त कितने लोग आपके पास रेस्टोरेंट में काम करते हैं?
मेरे कोई तकरीबन कोई 80-90 मुझे
80-90। और आपके अपने घर वाले भी इसमें? जी
घर 4 बच्चे हैं, एक मैं हूँ, 5 रात दिन मेहनत कर रहे हैं अल्लाह की वजह से।
अल्लाह का शुक्र है।
अल्लाह का शुक्र।
हम भैया दाल खाने आते हैं यहाँ पर, ठीक है, हम लाहौर के रहने वाले हैं, ठीक है, हम यहाँ से गुजरते हैं इस तरह से तो हम दाल इधर से लाजमी खा के जाते हैं।
इस्लामाबाद से हम जा रहे थे लाहौर, तो जब गुजर होते हैं हम इधर आते हैं।
तो यहाँ पे आए हैं, इनकी दाल काफ़ी मशहूर है, तो दाल खाने के लिए
ये दूसरी चीज़ें पराठा पराती हैं तंदूर वाला, और बहुत अच्छा है।
दाल की खासियत ये है कि काफ़ी टेस्टी है।
हम तो दाल खाने आती हैं, जो देसी घी की दाल होती है तो वही ज़्यादा।
Now that I put in all this hard work in the kitchen, I'm going to try the product of my work. So I was told that all the ingredients over here, even the dal and the spices and everything, are hand-picked by the owners, and they actually have them clean themselves and make sure that all the ingredients are actually up to par. I can see the difference between the paratha and the naan. The naan is the one that had the milk in it without the ghee. Wow. No, he was right, because the owner told me that this dal can compete with any meat dish, and I can actually tell why, because it's got that texture that you have in meat dishes with gravy and a little bit of like thick consistency. That's what this dal tastes like, because the asli desi ghee has helped make it so. Now I'm gonna try a little bit of paratha. Wow. This would taste very good with some chai. Oh wow, you should receive. Shukriya. This is the best part of this show, I swear. Makes everything worth it. Wow, it adds quite a kick to the dal.
I have to admit, like most people in Pakistan, I also grew up with notions of meat being an integral part of a complete meal. Vegetables and dal were merely side dishes on the dining table. However, after this very filling dal and paratha meal today, I may just have to change my mind after all. I'll catch you next week on For the Love of Food, as we look at the same food we eat every day in a slightly different way. Who knows what preconceived notions are challenged next?